Welcome back to From the Pages of WCW The Summer Tour 1994 Souvenir Program. This issue captures World Championship Wrestling at a fascinating moment in its history, as the company continued to expand its global presence while building momentum for a new era of stars and storylines. WCW presents itself here as the world's premier wrestling organization, under the banner of Turner Broadcasting, with a schedule of events spanning the United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, and Japan. Fans are reminded that WCW programming can be seen weekly on television, while major pay-per-view spectaculars such as Super Brawl, Slamboree, Halloween Havoc, and Starrcade continue to anchor the company's annual calendar of events. The tone of the program is one of pride and momentum as WCW positions itself as the home of some of the greatest wrestlers in the world. One of the most prominent figures featured in the program is Ric Flair, a man whose name has become synonymous with championship excellence. The magazine celebrates Flair as an 11-time world champion whose career spans more than a decade at the very top of professional wrestling. His victory over the massive Vader at Starrcade 1993 in Charlotte, North Carolina, is presented as one of the defining moments of his career. In front of his home crowd, Flair reclaimed the WCW World Heavyweight Championship in an emotional battle that reaffirmed his place among the greatest wrestlers the sport has ever seen. The program also reflects on Flair's flamboyant personality, his unmatched confidence, and his ability to remain a dominant figure in wrestling even as new challengers emerge. Sting is another major presence in the program and is portrayed as one of the most popular and respected competitors in WCW. Known for his distinctive face paint, colorful ring attire, and incredible athleticism, the Stinger represents the heroic side of professional wrestling. The program highlights Sting's resilience throughout his career, including his ability to return from serious injuries stronger than before. His finishing moves, the Stinger Splash and the Scorpion Deathlock, are described as devastating weapons that have helped him capture championships and defeat some of the toughest opponents in the sport. Beyond his accomplishments inside the ring, Sting is also portrayed as a positive role model who spends time supporting charitable causes and connecting with fans. In contrast to Sting's heroic image, the program presents Vader as one of the most destructive forces ever to step into a wrestling ring. The massive powerhouse is described as a wrestler who thrives on inflicting punishment and dominating opponents with overwhelming strength. Vader's reputation for brutality is emphasized through references to the long list of competitors he has injured or defeated during his rise to the top of WCW. Having previously held the WCW World Heavyweight Championship multiple times, Vader is portrayed as a relentless challenger, determined to reclaim the title and restore his dominance. Another rising star featured prominently is stunning Steve Austin, whose rapid ascent through WCW has made him one of the most exciting competitors in the company. Austin's achievements are particularly impressive considering how quickly he made his mark after debuting in WCW. Within weeks, he had already captured championship gold and established himself as a formidable performer. His partnership with Brian Pillman in the tag team known as the Hollywood Blondes brought additional success, including a run as WCW World Tag Team Champions. After the team's breakup, Austin returned to singles competition where he captured the United States Heavyweight Championship and began setting his sights on even greater accomplishments. Tag team wrestling received significant attention in the program, with the unpredictable Nasty Boys taking center stage. Known for their wild, brawling style and chaotic energy, Brian Knobbs and Jerry Saggs are described as a pair of wrestlers who thrive in brutal fights, both inside and outside the ring. Their loss of the WCW World Tag Team Championship at Slamboree 1994 only intensified their determination to reclaim the titles and re-establish themselves as the most dangerous team in the division. Their rivals, Cactus Jack and Kevin Sullivan, are also featured as a destructive duo, whose unpredictable and often violent approach to wrestling makes them formidable opponents. Cactus Jack's fearless style combined with Sullivan's calculating intensity creates a team capable of pushing any match into complete chaos. Their victory over the Nasty Boys for the Tag Team Championship stands as one of the most shocking moments highlighted in the program. The Souvenir program continues with profiles of many additional WCW competitors who helped shape the roster during this period. Lord Steven Regal is introduced as a technically gifted wrestler whose refined British style and aristocratic demeanor set him apart from the rest of the roster. Ricky Steamboat, known as the Dragon, is celebrated for his incredible athletic ability and long history of classic matches. Dustin Rhodes continues the legacy of the Rhodes wrestling family while forging his own path as a talented competitor with championship ambitions. Fans are also introduced to Pretty Wonderful, the tag team combination of Paul Orndorff and Paul Roma, whose confidence and physical conditioning make them a formidable presence in the tag team division. Arn Anderson appears as the Enforcer, a respected veteran known for his toughness and loyalty to his allies. Younger competitors such as Marcus Alexander Bagwell and the Masked Patriot represent the next generation of WCW talent eager to prove themselves on the big stage. Other personalities featured throughout the program include Flying Brian Pillman, whose aerial offense makes him one of the most exciting performers in the sport; Ron Simmons, whose power and determination have already carried him to championship glory; Johnny B. Bad, whose flamboyant personality and boxing-inspired offense have made him a fan favorite; Diamond Dallas Page, who continues to build his reputation as an ambitious competitor; Bunkhouse Buck, whose rugged style reflects his rough country persona; and the powerful tag team Harlem Heat, who are quickly establishing themselves as one of the most dominant teams in WCW. The Armstrong brothers also appear, representing a proud wrestling family legacy that spans generations. Perhaps the most talked about figure in the entire program is Hulk Hogan, whose arrival in WCW signals a massive shift in the wrestling landscape. Hogan is portrayed not only as one of the most recognizable athletes in the world, but also as a cultural phenomenon whose influence extends far beyond the wrestling ring. His accomplishments include multiple world championships, record-setting arena attendances, and appearances in major films and television programs. Hogan's famous message encouraging fans to say their prayers, take their vitamins, and believe in themselves has made him a hero to millions around the world. With Hogan now competing in WCW, the company openly teases the possibility of the ultimate showdown between Hogan and Ric Flair, a match that could settle the long-running debate over who truly stands as the greatest wrestler of the era. Taken together, the WCW Summer Tour 1994 souvenir program captures a pivotal moment in professional wrestling history. It presents a roster filled with established legends, rising stars, and unforgettable personalities all competing on the same stage. Just before the explosive era of the Monday Night Wars, this program offers a snapshot of WCW at a time when the company was building momentum, preparing for new rivalries, and positioning itself for the next chapter in wrestling history. See you next time. Farewell from the Empire State.